Shalom, and welcome to Yisrael Chadash, weekly news update from Israel, its surrounding areas, and the greater Jewish community. I'm your host, Joey Senders. This is my co-anchor, Netanel Israelian, and this is a special Sphira edition of our weekly news update from Israel, as you can see by our fabulous beards. Before we begin, I wanted to send out an apology for the lack of last week's weekly Israel update. And so, therefore, today we are going to do not only 1 week, but 2 weeks of important news from Israel, surrounding areas, and the greater Jewish community.
Let's get started. Last Monday evening, on Erev Pesach, on his way to a Passover Seder in Kiryat Arba, Baruch Mizrachi was killed in a terror attack. That evening, while they were driving home, Mizrachi and his wife and their four children were attacked when a terrorist opened fire with an AK-47 at passing vehicles. Mizrachi was hit by several bullets and killed instantly. Hadassah, Mizrachi's wife, was moderately wounded and released for a few hours on Tuesday to tell her children of their father's death. Mizrachi was the chief superintendent in the Israel police force. In response to the attack, 3 IDF battalions closed off the area and the nearby Palestinian village. The IDF searched for possible suspects, but no suspects have been found.
It's pretty tragic news, Netanel, but something on an even greater scale, something internationally important for this week was that on Sunday, the president of the Palestinian Authority, Mahmoud Abbas, threatened to disband the Palestinian Authority if the current peace talks with Israel continue to stall. The Palestinian subdivisions, the terrorist groups Fatah and Hamas, on Tuesday held reconciliation talks in Gaza. They spoke about a possible unified Palestinian government. And on Wednesday, that deal was signed. That deal would derail peace efforts for many reasons. Among them, the United States considers Hamas a terrorist organization. And as we know, the United States does not argue with terrorist organizations. Additionally, it is impossible for Israel to negotiate with a government that does not believe in Israel's right to exist. Asked to comment on that note, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, and I quote, "Instead of choosing peace, Abu Mazen, the alter ego for Mahmoud Abbas, the president of the Palestinian Authority, formed an alliance with a murderous terrorist organization that calls for Israel's destruction," end quote. We know that Israel would never think of creating peace with terrorist organizations, and subsequently they had been thinking to cancel the peace talks with the Palestinian Authority. However, in the wake of the Fatah-Hamas unified Palestinian government talks, Israel called off their peace agreement with the Palestinians a week in advance. In such a scary world, we have the news of an even scarier situation, of a possible unified government with 2 terrorist groups, Hamas and Fatah. It's something that on an international scale we should all be aware of. We should all know that Israel and the United States will both not stand for anything of that sort. This is a wonderful time bringing you the news from Israel. And Shabbat Shalom, a belated Chag Sameach. I'm Joey Senders.
Netanel Israelian.
You stay classy, Mizrachi.